Please be seated. Well, good afternoon and welcome to this remarkable day of celebration and accomplishment. My name is Dean Pribino, and it is my privilege to serve as the 17th president of Millikin University. It is a true joy to stand before you today as we gather to recognize the achievements of this newest group of Millikin graduates. I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation for the Millikin Student Jazz Ensemble. They exited stage right accordingly. So their presence is a testament to the talent of our student body and adds a meaningful dimension to today's ceremony. Before I introduce the platform party and proceed with our ceremony, it is fitting that we ground ourselves in respect and gratitude for those who have gone before us, and to that end, I'd like to share Millikin's Land Acknowledgement Statement. As an institution of higher learning, Millikin University has a responsibility to acknowledge the historical context in which it exists. Thus, in the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that the land upon which we celebrate today is the ancestral home of multiple Native nations. Specifically, we stand on the lands of the Peoria, the Kaskaskia, the Miamia, the Mascoutin, the Meskwaki, the Kickapoo, and the Oceti-Shokowi nations, which we hold historic, cultural, and sacred significance to these indigenous people. We also acknowledge the living history and contributions of these first people who inhabited the land prior to the establishment of Millikin University, and we recognize their continuing contributions which allow our campus community to flourish. At this time, I'd like to introduce the individuals seated on the stage with me today who will participate in our ceremony. I invite each of them to stand as their name is called and to remain standing until all have been introduced. I kindly ask the audience to please hold your applause until the full group has been recognized. Moya Fox, University Registrar. Dr. Kathy Gardner-Tomford, Chair of the Millikin Board of Trustees and Millikin Class of 1978. Angel Lawrence, Executive Director of the Northeast Community Fund and today's commencement speaker. Dr. Nancy Curtin, Interim Provost. Cameron Jackson, Dean of the College of Fine Arts. Dr. Jennifer Schroeder, Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. R.J. Podesky, Dean of the Tabor School of Business, Millikin Class of 2002 and MBA Class of 2004. Dr. Andrew Smith, Dean of the College of Professional Studies, and Dr. Sarah Kotick, Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer. Along with many others, these individuals play a vital role in the mission of Millikin University and in shaping the learning environment that has brought us to this moment. And I offer my appreciation to each of them and to those whom they represent. Could we give them a round of applause, please? So today is an extraordinary day for all of us who call Millikin home. While there are so many wonderful celebrations in the life of a university, commencement stands apart from every other event. For those of us who work and teach here, commencement is one of the most meaningful days of the year, not because it signifies an ending, but because it reveals the impact of the countless moments that came before, the difficult ones, the joyful ones, and the ones that have shaped who you, our students, have become. Today reminds us that education is not only something you receive, it is something you help create. And you have created it alongside your peers, your faculty, your mentors, your families, and the many people who care about your success. And so, while our central purpose certainly this afternoon is to honor you, our graduates, it is fitting that we also take the time to pause in gratitude for the many people whose support has made this day possible. Parents and guardians, spouses and significant others, children, employers, family, friends, faculty, and staff. Each of them has walked alongside you and has encouraged you and believed in you. Their investment in you has helped bring you to this milestone. So now, graduates, I invite you to stand and offer a round of applause for those who are here to witness your achievement today, those who have loved you all the way to the finish line. So a lot of waving out there. That's a good sign. So. Back in August, when we gathered in this very auditorium for opening convocation, I asked our newest students and all of us to consider a question. It's a question posed to us by poet Mary Oliver. What will you do with your one wild and precious life? Today, that question meets its defining moment, graduates, as you have addressed it with your hard work, your resilience, and your relentless pursuit of purpose. When I welcomed our students this fall, I told them that their stories would shape our community and that Millikin, in turn, would shape them. Now, looking at all of you, I am able to see just how true that has been. You brought your questions, your experiences, your passions, your identities to this university, and in doing so, you intertwined your stories with Millikin's own. You have contributed to the learning, the growth, and the character of this institution in ways that will extend far beyond today. This ceremony serves as both a celebration of the chapters of your Millikin story that have been written and a threshold ushering you toward the chapters to come. This afternoon, you will hear addresses from both our commencement speaker and one of your fellow students. And I'm grateful to both Angel Lawrence and Cordis Rassi for offering their perspectives and reflections. My hope is that what they have to share with you today will join with my words in affirming publicly and wholeheartedly that you matter. Your time at Millikin has meant something, and that the story you all have written here will remain part of the ongoing narrative of this remarkable institution. So our stories guide us, they challenge us, and they help us make sense of our lives. Your Millikin stories have been filled with moments of perseverance and discovery, successes and setbacks, and even surprises that revealed strengths you may not have known you possessed. But those stories don't end here. The lessons you have learned, the challenges you've overcome, and the connections you've made serve as the outline for the chapters yet to be written. They are the starting point for the stories that you will craft in the next stages of your lives, guiding the questions you ask, the paths you follow, and the contributions you make to the world around you. So as you step into these next chapters, I hope you continue asking the big questions. Questions about purpose, about vocation, about meaning, about contribution. Questions without easy answers, but with profound importance. The world you are entering needs citizens and leaders who are thoughtful, informed, compassionate, and curious. People who think critically, act ethically, solve problems creatively, and listen deeply. People like the Millikin students I have come to know and love in this, my first semester. I have seen these qualities in you. I've witnessed your kindness, your willingness to support one another, your commitment to justice and inclusion and understanding, your creativity and boldness, your desire to make a difference. These are the signs of an education that goes beyond instruction, an education that shapes character. So today, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Millikin University, I want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. Thank you for allowing us to share ours with you. And thank you for bringing your gifts, your voice, and your presence to this community. You have left a mark, and you have made Millikin University better. As you prepare to leave here today, I'd like to give you one final assignment. Keep living your one wild and precious life with boldness, curiosity, and care. Congratulations, Millikin University class of 2025. I am so very proud of you, and I cannot wait to see the stories you will write next. It is now my honor to introduce the interim provost of Millikin University, Dr. Nancy Curtin.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Cordis Rassi, representing the Tabor School of Business. Cordis, would you please join me on the platform while I tell everyone a little bit about you? Cordis is graduating with a BS in Business Management. Originally from Darien, Illinois, Cordis is a dedicated Big Blue student athlete. competing as a long-distance runner in both cross-country and track, and serving as a team captain for the men's distance program. Cordis has been actively involved on campus as a managing partner with Millikin University Performance Consulting, MUPC, a Welcome Week Student Experience Ambassador, a resident assistant in Dolson Hall, and vice president of Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Through MUPC, he partnered with local nonprofits to support community impact projects, and he gained performance learning experience through internships with State Farm and Nortrack. After graduation, he will begin a seasonal tax position with Sickich in Decatur while pursuing long-term career opportunities. His commencement address is titled, "What is Your Dream?" Please join me in welcoming Cordis Rassi to the podium.
Thank you, Interim Provost Curtin, for that kind introduction. President Primato, welcome to your first of many Millikin commencements. I would also like to welcome the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, Mom and Dad, my 7 younger siblings, and my 4 beloved roommates, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. My name is Cordis Rassi, and I am honored and humbled to stand before you today on this day of celebration. When I heard that I had been selected, I was excited to have a bookend moment to my time at this magical university. Before I begin, I want you all to think about this question, especially my fellow graduates. What is your dream, and how have you chased it at Millikin? Coming to Millikin wasn't some grand, well-planned decision for Cordis. Like many of you, my path here started with something practical. I wanted to continue my athletic career while gaining a degree. In high school, my cross-country coach was also my guidance counselor, and he recommended Millikin. After an hour-long phone call with Coach Craycraft, I was quickly on my way down to Decatur. I showed up on a frigid Saturday in February and met 3 people who would profoundly impact my life: Jake Shoemaker, Ben Cuxman, and Coach Craycraft. That cold day had me almost committed, but I was still hesitant. About 6 weeks later, as crazy as it sounds, I saw a video that said something simple but powerful: to chase your dreams. You only get one chance at this thing called life, so go chase it. That message stuck with me. And here I am today, standing before you as proof that I took that leap. But here's the truth. I came to Millikin for athletics and an education, but I stayed for the people. As I think many of the people here today can attest to the college journey, it is heavily defined by those first few weeks on campus and finding your circle. I found mine on Millikin's cross-country team. These were my people, my built-in support system that promised not to let me fail as I navigated being away from home for the first time. But I quickly realized that the Millikin experience demanded more. It asked me to push myself socially just as hard as I had pushed myself athletically. So I took a leap. I moved beyond what was safe and familiar. I bought into as many things as I possibly could. I joined Greek life, took on leadership roles, became an RA, worked with student-run ventures in the Tabor School of Business, and became a mentor for first-year students. Just listing those off is overwhelming. There were moments when I felt like I was spreading myself thin, and it often felt a little chaotic at times. Getting calls as an RA at 2 a.m. to help a resident remove a bug from their room, or mowing the fraternity lawn on a sunny Saturday summer morning. But here's what I learned. Commitment multiplies opportunity. Every time I said yes to something that scared me, every time I stepped out of my comfort zone, I discovered something new about myself and met people who would become lifelong friends. My dream of becoming an individual who was well-versed in multiple facets that could carry into my career and business had been fulfilled. Over the past 4 years, I've learned more than I ever could have imagined, not just about my field of study, but about life itself. I learned about grit as both an athlete and a student. I learned from failure, both academic and athletic. I learned that success isn't about falling down, and I think all of us have had moments of hesitation on whether we would make it to a special day, when we questioned whether we could handle everything on our plate, and we didn't perform as good as we could. But those moments taught me the most important lesson of all. The moment I stopped trying to do it all alone was the moment I started bouncing back stronger and faster. As we step out of the familiar brick buildings of Millikin and into the next chapter of our lives, I want to leave you with 3 takeaways, 3 steps that help me navigate my time here and will continue to guide me moving forward. First, take initiative in all things. Don't wait for permission. If you see a gap, fill it. Speak an idea, and this education here has given you those tools. Now put them to work. Taking initiative has opened countless doors for me here at Millikin, and I know it will continue to do so in the future. Second, utilize your support circle. I think we can all agree that what made our Millikin experience so special was the people around us. Your support circle is ever-changing, and these relationships are constantly evolving. Some friends become closer, others naturally drift apart, and new people enter your life. Embrace this evolution and lean on the people around you during the big decisions ahead. And finally, when you're knocked down, bounce back stronger. Every single time you successfully bounce back, you gain insight, build resilience, and become better prepared for the next challenge. Standing here today, preparing to graduate from Millikin University, I feel mixed emotions. I'm sad to leave such a supportive community of peers, faculty, and staff who have been instrumental in shaping who I am today. But I'm also confident and optimistic about the future because the foundation I've built here, the leadership skills I've developed, the relationships I've formed, and the resilience I've cultivated. I know I'm ready for whatever comes next. Without a doubt, I gave this campus my all, and I know each of you did too. Now let's go give the world our all. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. What is your dream, and how will you continue to chase it beyond these brick buildings? Thank you, congratulations to all of you, and best wishes. Go Big Blue.
Well, thank you, Cordis. Great lessons for all of us. You did a wonderful job representing your fellow graduates today. This afternoon, I have the great pleasure of introducing our 2025 commencement speaker, Angel Lawrence. Decatur native and devoted community advocate, Angel Lawrence has dedicated more than 2 decades serving children, families, and neighborhoods across the social service sector. A graduate of MacArthur High School, she earned her bachelor's degree in political science from Wilberforce University before returning home to begin her career with Decatur-Macon County Opportunities Corporation, where she discovered her passion for service. In 2002, Angel moved to Rochester, New York to pursue advanced study, completing her master's degree in social work in 2004. She went on to support youth with medical complexities through the University of Illinois' Division of Specialized Care for Children before joining the Northeast Community Fund in 2020 at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, Angel serves as the executive director of the Northeast Community Fund, one of Macon County's most impactful nonprofit organizations. Under her leadership, the agency has expanded programs, strengthened partnerships, including with our own Millikin Market, and deepened its mission of serving with dignity, compassion, and excellence. She oversees one of Central Illinois' largest food distribution programs, supporting more than 12,000 families annually. Recognized for her visionary leadership and faith-driven commitment to community transformation, Angel remains guided by the belief that every family deserves dignity, hope, and opportunity. She is honored to celebrate Millikin University's graduates and their bright futures. So please help me welcome Angel to the podium.
Thank you all. Thank you so kindly. To President Priveno, to faculty, to the chairwoman of the Board of Trustees, to staff, to families, friends, to my family, to distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduates of Millikin 2025 fall class. Give yourselves a hand. So I'm going to go a little off script, just a little bit, but I need you guys to participate with me a little bit, all right? So again, it is truly a blessing and an honor to stand before you today, not just as a community leader, and not just as the executive director of the Northeast Community Fund, but as someone who deeply believes in the power of people, purpose, and God's timing. Today is sacred. Today reflects that when purpose takes root in your life, it unfolds in ways that shapes you and strengthen you. And today, graduates, you're standing in the beautiful completion of that purpose. So I want you to pause, not just to celebrate, but to feel the weight and the excitement and the emotions of this moment. Look at where you're sitting. Look at who's sitting next to you. Look at who prayed for you. Look at who carried you. Look at who encouraged you, who checked in on you, who covered your tuition, who reminded you, did you study? When you may have forgotten to. But also those who strengthened you when you didn't think that you could do it. Some of you are here because someone else refused to give up on you. So before we go any further, graduates, please do me and yourself this big one and turn to your friends and your families and your professors and your mentors and just say thank you. Yeah, shout them out. That's right. That's it. That's it. It is so awesome to have a thankful and grateful heart to those that help you get to this place today, because none of us arise here alone. My work at Northeast Community Fund has taught me something simple but powerful. Community is not just a place, community is responsibility. Every day, I see people walk through our doors, carrying the weight on their shoulders. Mothers trying to stretch a grocery bill, senior citizens choosing between medicine and meals, young adults and veterans trying to regain their footing. And even in that need, there's dignity, there's resilience, and there's hope. And I've learned this: you'll never regret giving back. You'll never regret being a light. You'll never regret using your gifts for something bigger than yourself. And this degree that you've earned today is not just a certificate. It is a calling to live with intention, compassion, and courage. Your purpose will not always announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it's going to whisper. Sometimes it may show up in the form of a problem no one else wants to solve. Sometimes it arrives disguised as an inconvenience, frustration, or a detour. Some of you may walk into jobs where you feel overqualified. Some of you may walk into opportunities where you may feel unprepared. Some of you may even walk into rooms where no one even looks at you. Some of you will walk into seasons where you wonder if God forgot about your address. But I want you to hear me clearly. Purpose has a perfect aim, and it does not miss. Your steps are ordered, even when they feel uncertain. As you step out into the world, I want to offer you a few truths that have carried me in my leadership. Do not chase titles. Chase impact, because titles will fade, but impact echoes for generations. At Northeast Community Fund, we do not measure value by position. We measure it by compassion, consistency, and courage. Serve first and lead second. The greatest leaders are not the loudest. They're the ones who show up when it's inconvenient, when it's difficult, and when nobody else wants to. Protect your character. Skills will open up the door for you, but character will determine whether or not you'll stay there. Build community wherever you go. Your success is not complete if the people around you are suffering. Lift as you climb. Give as you grow, but bring someone with you. And always leave room for faith. You can plan your career, your goals, your steps, but always leave room for the divine interruptions, the moments that do not make sense until later. Graduates, your degree is not just preparing you for a job, but it's preparing you for life. A life where you're needed, a life where your voice matters, a life where your compassion becomes someone else's miracle, a life where your excellence, discipline, and creativity will bless a world that desperately needs you. Do you know what your community needs most? Not more competition, but more character, more generosity, more people willing to say, if I can help someone, then my living is not in vain. Let me tell you something that I tell my staff often. We're not successful because everything is easy. We're successful because we keep showing up. And that's same for you. Your degree is proof of that you kept showing up when you were tired, when life was lifing, life was happening, right? When you doubted yourself, and when the world may felt heavy. And look, you showed up for this, and look at where you are. And that says you can show up for anything. But I have to be real with you and tell you this. There will be days ahead when you may question the journey, where you may feel stuck, where the job isn't what you may have hoped for, where the paycheck doesn't match your passion, and maybe where fear tries to talk louder than the faith you have. On those days, I want you to remember this. You were built for this. You were called for this. And you were created for this moment in history. Your gifts, your talents have an assignment. Your presence had purpose. And your future has already been prepared. And if you ever wonder what success looks like, let me offer you my definition. Success is when blessings in your hands becomes a blessing in someone else's life. So whether you become that entrepreneur, that IT tech guru, that teacher, that musician, that nurse, that business leader, or anything in between, make sure your success is not just measured in income, but impact. Macon County, Central Illinois, the state of Illinois, wherever you go in this world, the world needs your voice. They need your ideas, they need your leadership, and they need your compassion. So I encourage you to give back, show up, volunteer, be a mentor, speak life, build something that outlives you. And as I stand here today, I speak this blessing over every graduate. May your steps be ordered by God. May He open doors that you never imagined. May He crown your hard work with favor. May He give you wisdom beyond your years and strength in every season of challenge, clarity in every situation of transition, and courage in every season of opportunity. May you walk boldly into rooms you once hoped and dreamed of. May you become the answered prayer for someone who's lost hope. May you prosper, not only financially, but spiritually, emotionally, and in purpose. Class of 2025, you're stepping into a world that's hurting, but also a world full of possibilities. You're stepping into a world where leadership is needed. Authentic leadership, compassionate leadership, and courageous leadership. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready to become the answer? I want you to leave here knowing this. The world will not be changed by perfect people. It will be changed by people who are willing. And you, class of 2025, are you willing? So I want you to rise. I want you to serve. I want you to lead, to build, to give, to shine, and do it all with humility, excellence, and faith. And lastly, congratulations, graduates. Go forward with purpose, go forward with courage, and may God bless you all richly. Thank you.
Thank you, Angel, for those thoughtful remarks. Very inspiring and insightful. Appreciate it. And now to the heart of the afternoon, our reason for coming together today, the conferring of the valued and honored Millikin degree. I would like to introduce Dean of the College of Professional Studies, Dr. Andrew Smith, who will present the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees from the College of Professional Studies.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree from the College of Professional Studies please rise? President Pribenow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the State of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty at Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree please come forward? Carolyn Grace Bryan. Alexis Brianne Dawkins. Carol Jean Dodson. Kristen Garnett. Kayla Renee Gengrich. Catherine Grunwald. Mel Harper. Angela K. LaFrenz. Kapila Miller. Morgan Ann Moore. Aaron O'Malley. Allison Renee Paulo. Alex Phelps. Maren Lee Reynolds. Haley Elizabeth Rogers. Kelly Crispin Slade. Joseph Stephen Stoksick. Alexis Nicole Stoof. David Winters. Please join me in congratulating these candidates upon receiving their Doctor of Nursing Practice degree. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the College of Professional Studies please rise? President Pribenow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for the Bachelor of Science degree and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree from the College of Professional Studies.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty at Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, James L. Barnes, Jr. Kentara Duncan, Jr. Kenneth Fitzgerald Hamlin, Jr. Caleb P. Patton. Jonathan Dwayne Sanders. Aiden Whitlock. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, Stephanie Chideya Ikiopara. Graduating magna cum laude, Emily E. Hoots. Alec Christopher Melinder. Graduating magna cum laude, Gracie Elizabeth Shemwell. Jaya Elise Softly. Please join me in congratulating these candidates upon receiving their Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees today. And it is now my great pleasure to introduce Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Jennifer Schroeder, who will present candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? President Prebino, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Arts and Sciences.
By the authority vested in me by the State of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree, Christina Sade Anderson. Ethan Edward Michael Neufeld. Essence Nayana Lenice Richardson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, graduating cum laude, Corinne Marie Adams. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Emily Edwards. Jacqueline Danielle Fiken. James Carl Fitzpatrick, Jr. Graduating cum laude, Kevin Nishuti. Tia Polk. Faith Ann Shuck. Matea Brianna Tellis. An honor scholar graduating summa cum laude, Landon James Welch. An honor scholar graduating summa cum laude, Caitlin Ann Went. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce Cameron Jackson, Dean of the College of Fine Arts, who will present candidates for degrees from the College of Fine Arts.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Music in the College of Fine Arts please rise? President Priminow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for for a Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Music degree from the College of Fine Arts.
And by the authority vested in me by the State of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty at Millikin University, I confer upon you the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Music with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
And will the candidates for these degrees please come forward? Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree and graduating cum laude, Eli Marcus Bland. Donovan Christopher Brown. Josephine May McLennan. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, David William Price Leatherwood. Graduating summa cum laude, John Wyatt III. Graduating with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, Tierra Simone Cook. Presenting Tierra with her diploma is her mom, student wellness coach, Isla Dransberg Cook. Carly Marie Kotick. Presenting Carly with her diploma is her mom, Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer, Sarah Kotick. Spencer John McGowan. Graduating cum laude, Christy Ann Proctor. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Savannah Stringer. Graduating cum laude, Evelyn Therese Utterback. Graduating with a Bachelor of Music degree, Shannon Caitlin Cabot. Graduating summa cum laude, Alicia Jesus Sosnowski. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce R.J. Podesky, Dean of the Tabor School of Business, who will present candidates for degrees from the Tabor School of Business.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree from the Tabor School of Business please rise? President Pribenow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science degree from the Tabor School of Business.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty at Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please come forward? Dalton Scott Hoadley. Graduating cum laude, Ryan Scott Hoffman. Graduating summa cum laude, Shelby Ann Hoffman. Anthony Michael Lindsay. Graduating summa cum laude, Remy Joe Mendenhall. Graduating summa cum laude, Nicholas Charles Molitor. Graduating magna cum laude, Abigail Reba Moss. David J. Ramirez. Cordis John Rassi. Brandon Eric Streety. Graduating summa cum laude, Makiba Woods. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikin graduates.
And now please join me once again in congratulating all of our graduates today on their accomplishments. We're very close here, hang on. To share in the significance of this day, I now ask Dr. Kathy Gardner-Tomford, Chair of the Millikin Board of Trustees, and who holds the honor of being the first female chair of our Board of Trustees, to join me at the podium to offer words of congratulations.
As chair of the Millikin University Board of Trustees, I have the great privilege of offering a few words of congratulations from my fellow trustees. Graduates, it is with enthusiasm that I congratulate each and every one of you on your success here today. As Millikin graduates, you have each in your own way experienced that which Millikin is known and distinctive performance learning. You are prepared for professional success. You are prepared for democratic citizenship in our global society. And I hope you feel today, more than any other day so far, that you have prepared for a life of meaning and value. I have to say, like Angel described earlier. At Millikin University, our mission is to deliver on the promise of education. This afternoon, we see that promise fulfilled. On behalf of the entire Millikin Board of Trustees, I give you my most sincere congratulations and best wishes for your future.
It's now my pleasure to invite Millikin alum, Assistant Vice President of Advancement and Operations, Mandy Landaker-Podeski, Millikin Class of 2002, to join me on the stage, and she'll offer remarks from the Alumni Association. Mandy?
Good afternoon. Thank you, President Pribano. Good afternoon, graduates. On behalf of the Alumni Association Board and my fellow alums all over the world, I'm honored to congratulate you on this tremendous accomplishment and to officially welcome you to the Millikin Alumni Association. While your journey as Big Blue students may be coming to an end, today you join an alumni community 36,000 strong, some of whom are with us today. If you're an alum, would you please stand and be recognized? To welcome you, our new alumni, into our ranks, the Alumni Association Board has a small token of congratulations, an uncut key engraved with Millikin's name. As you leave today and begin to open the door to new endeavors, we encourage you to stay connected to your Millikin University home. Please pick up your key, along with another small gift from us, at the gown return table in the lower gallery after the ceremony. We also invite you and your families to join us immediately following the ceremony for a congratulatory reception in the Perkinson Gallery, just outside the auditorium doors in the lobby. We have your key, refreshments, and a chance for you to connect with faculty, staff, and friends. Once again, we are so proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations, graduates. Now I invite Remy Mendenhall to join me on the stage to lead the tassel turning ceremony. Remy is from Buffalo, Illinois, and is earning a Bachelor of Science in Management from the Tabor School of Business today.
Graduates, please rise. On behalf of Millikin University, I congratulate you upon your graduation and welcome you as Millikin alum. Millikin hopes that you will continue to maintain your ties with the university by sharing your time, talents, and triumphs, as we are all now lifetime members of the Alumni Association. Millikin University congratulates you upon your achieving of the goal of a degree in higher education. Let us now signify our graduation by the ceremonial gesture of moving your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2025.
All right. Now I invite all who are able to rise as we listen to our alma mater, led by Professor Ben Hawkinson. And I encourage you to sing along. It's on your program even, so.
To the blue and the white we will loyal be. Hail our alma mater, with our voices we'll sing ever faithfully. Hail our alma mater, her cherished traditions we'll uphold, our loyalty will ne'er grow old. Loyal sons and daughters we always will be. Hail our alma mater.
Anybody who wants to sign up for the choir can talk to Ben afterwards as well. So, as we conclude our ceremony today, let me once again offer my heartfelt congratulations to each of you, Millikin class of 2025. Today marks a milestone of great significance, but it in no way marks your departure from this community. The people who taught you, challenged you, supported you, and celebrated you remain invested in who you are and in who you are becoming. The relationships you formed here are not bound by time. You carry them with you, woven into the larger story of your life. Millikin will always be a place where you are known and valued, a place where your presence matters, a place you can return to for encouragement, for grounding, for wisdom, or simply for the joy of being among those who care deeply for you. So come back often, stay connected. Share the chapters that you're writing beyond these walls, and know that the doors of this university, your university, will always be open and ready to welcome you home. At this time, I ask that all guests will remain seated until the class of 2025 has exited the auditorium. Congratulations once again, graduates. Go forward with purpose, with courage and hope, and know that we will walk with you in spirit and pride.